Hi, my name is Tiffany. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here and you're interested in this topic and maybe you want to see my face again, click the subscribe button. I would love to have you guys here and we can talk about more things like this. I just started taking sertraline like a week ago, and I'm gonna tell you guys about my experience. So we're gonna jump right into it. I'll have some timestamps here about pretty much when in the video I talk about certain things. I'm gonna dive right into the side effects that I experience. I'm gonna talk about the side effects that I experienced, and then I'm gonna take you day by day through this last week that I've been taking sertraline. And then I'll talk a little bit about why I decided to start taking antidepressants, and hopefully this can help someone not feel as alone when they're starting this journey. Because I know that someone that looks like me, that is of a similar background, my family's from the Caribbean, this isn't something that's an easy choice to make because of an additional layer of stigma. And so, yeah, maybe we can not feel as alone and strange in choosing to take antidepressants. Okay, so right off the bat, some of the side effects that I experienced, I was incredibly sleepy, like from the first time I took it. I take it at nighttime just because I knew that that was a possibility. But yeah, I've just been like really, really tired. I haven't checked, but usually it's like within the hour after I take the medication. But even like for example, last night I started falling asleep before I took it. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I have to like get up and go do it. Even though it was like only like 8:30. Like usually I'm not the person to fall asleep that early. But yeah, I've been incredibly sleepy. And then also I broke into hives like the day after I started taking it. It was just on my legs and a little bit on my arms, but still like not awesome. I had a photo shoot like 2 days after, and it was just not a good look, but they're gone now. So yeah. And that's pretty much it. Those were the two side effects I experienced. I know that there's a lot of other side effects that people, have, like having a higher sex drive or stuff like that, but at least I don't think I did. So, I mean, I feel like my sex drive's already pretty high. You know what I mean? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Also, real quick, I actually finished the video already. I just forgot to say this. I take the liquid version of sertraline, and so this is what that looks like. And then I fill this up with liquid, and then for the first 5 days, I was taking 0.75 milliliters, and I would put that in here. And then now I'm taking 1.5 milliliters, and I put that in here and drink it every night with either water or juice or something before bed. So now just talking about like what it was like day to day since I started taking it. So on the first 2 days, so day 1 and 2, I felt really, really good. I had so much energy. I felt really excited and hopeful because I had taken the first step in getting better. Although at the moment I didn't recognize it as that, I thought, oh yeah, the Zoloft's working. She's a Zoloft queen. But no. I watched a video from this other YouTuber who was very knowledgeable on Zoloft. I think because he'd taken it before. I'll try to link the video in the description. But he basically said that you get this initial boost, not because of Zoloft itself. It's kind of like an adrenaline rush because you've taken the first step. And so I experienced that. I felt so good. I started running again. I started doing yoga, and I started eating better, which I'll talk about it a little bit later, but those were also very good things to start doing at the same time. Sorry. But yeah, I felt really, really good and motivated and happy. But then all of that changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Just kidding. My mentally ill brain was being mean to me. And so I started losing motivation, and really just like that little voice in my head that's always mean to me. She was loud, Like, I did not want to move. It was so bad. And also I was kind of sad because I was like, well, I started taking medication. Like, I want it to work now, you know? I want to be better now because I started, right? It's like when you start working out and you're going great for like, you know, the first 3 days, and then you're like, wait, where are my abs? And then you go eat a burger. That's kind of what it was like, but instead of eating a burger, I really started shitting on myself. Thankfully, I didn't actually, you know, shit myself, because I think that's also a side effect. But none of that for me. But no, I was just really shitting on myself and not being kind to myself at all. And that kind of poured into day 4 when it started to get a little bit worse. But I pulled myself up by my bootstraps and I said, no more! We will be patient and the Zoloft will work. And you have to be nicer to yourself, Tiffany. Go work out. And so I went to go work out. And that helped quite a bit. And yeah, I started to feel a little bit better. All of the hives had gone away at this point. I was still feeling super sleepy, which kind of did help because I was getting a full 8 hours, and I'm still getting a full 8 hours, which is really, really useful throughout all of this to just make sure you're getting enough sleep. Day 6, I think I was still, well, I guess day 5 and 6, I think I was still recovering from like the sadness that I felt on day 3 and 4. And so I was still like, you know, having to pull myself up by my bootstraps and really like work for my happiness, but it was a little bit easier because I was really like reinforcing to myself like, okay, you have to be kinder to yourself. You are doing the best that you can in this moment, and you're doing all the things that your therapist says that you have to do to set yourself up for success. It's like when on the first day of school when you lay out your outfit, like you were laying out your outfit for a good life, if that makes sense. I don't know if that was a bad analogy. It was probably a bad analogy. I'm sorry for that. But you know, I was just trying to give myself credit where credit is due, and not beat up on myself so much. And then on day 7, which was 2 days ago, I started feeling a little bit more hopeful. I woke up excited, and I think a lot of that had to do with the exercise and eating well and, you know, getting enough sleep, but I woke up happy, and that's so rare for me, so that was really nice. And I felt really hopeful again and excited for not what was happening right now, but for the potential, because I finally felt like I was actually giving myself a fighting chance at a happy and successful life, which for such a long time, like pretty much like over a year, like not even over a year, for like the longest time it felt like it was just so far out of reach, and now I feel like I can actually see it. And yeah, I'm feeling really good and excited. And that's still how I feel now on day 9. And I like yesterday and today I woke up with energy. Again, I think it's just, you know, getting enough sleep. But I've started doing things that I love again. I've been getting back into contortion. I've been doing yoga. I am trying to run a couple times a week. I've started editing videos and really, you know, setting aside time to be creative, which was something that I've been wanting to do for such a long time. But my depressed and anxious brain just kept on telling me like, well, what if you fail, or what if it's not good, or what if you put yourself out there and you look stupid? And right now I'm like, oh, well, my personality is literally based on me making myself look stupid most of the time. So I don't even know why that's something that I'm like even worried about, you know? Well, I do know. It's mental illness, isn't it? Anyway, my camera just died, so sorry about it. But yeah, that's pretty much how that last or this last week has been for me. I'm still feeling really great, and I'm hopeful for the future, and I'm really, really, really proud of myself because I took the first step, and I'm really looking forward to being excited about living and really taking life by the hair and yagaing that bitch and beating the shit out of her and making her my bitch. You know what I mean? Yeah. A little bit about the reason that I started taking antidepressants. I've always struggled with mental health issues. I haven't always had the vocabulary to describe the things that I was feeling, but in retrospect, it's been a really, really long time coming. I've struggled with self-harm since 4th grade. To put that into perspective, I'm 23 right now, and I lived in Jamaica for 8 years during my childhood. And if you know anything about Caribbean folk, mental health doesn't exist. Like, it literally, anxiety who? Depression who? It's not, yeah, no. Like, there is generational trauma there. Like, who is recovering from that? None of us. Like, it was never a conversation that at least I felt comfortable having with anyone. And like I said, I've been self-harming since 4th grade, and I am still struggling with that, and I'm still struggling with, being hopeful and excited about life. I'm still struggling with life-threatening thoughts. And coming from a Caribbean family, like, my mama would have tell me, what you mean you want in your life? The picking them in Africa, them not have food. At least you have food on the table. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been instilled with that. Like, I understand fully that I have so much to be grateful for. And that's the hard part, because I've come so far. Like, I have a good job that wasn't threatened by the pandemic. I am in what I think is the most healthy relationship that I've ever been in. I'm growing. I'm being forced to challenge myself. And these are all things that, in high school, I would have killed for. I wanted so badly. I have a support system of people who I know love me, but my mentally ill brain tells me otherwise. Like, the smallest thing will happen and I'm like, okay, well, my roommates hate me. Even though one of my roommates I've known since high school and is literally the reason that I feel so comfortable in myself today. Like, this cat right here, I get depressed when he doesn't come into my room to see me. Like, that is literally mental illness, and it was so frustrating because I couldn't get my shit together. I wanted to be better so badly. I wanted to feel grateful and overwhelmed with happiness for all of the good things happening in my life, but I couldn't, and it was heartbreaking, and I was getting so tired of feeling that way. And I realized that it was starting to, affect my relationships, or even like impact my ability to make new friends, because oh my God, like, even texting people was so hard. Reaching out to friends that I've had for years, so hard, because I've created these scenarios in my brain of what they're thinking about me, even though I know that they are not those kind of people. But no one, apparently, like, not even the cat, is above me creating a scenario in which they hate me. And I was also just like experiencing crippling anxiety and depression. And when I say that, I mean, like, I would want to do something, but I physically couldn't. Like, that episode of Euphoria where Rue is sitting in her room for the whole episode and she needs to go pee, and she ends up getting like a kidney stone or something like that. She used to go to the hospital because she just like couldn't get up and go pee. That's me. That's how I feel, like, so often. Like, even, completing tasks for work is difficult. My job is not hard. Let me just say that. It's not hard. I don't love it, but it's not hard. It pays the bills, kind of. Ooh, doesn't pay the... No, that's another video. Sorry, it's another video. But my job is not hard, so it shouldn't, like, I shouldn't have such a difficult time doing it. I want to call out every single day. I literally got back from vacation and I didn't want to go back to work. Like, not even like, oh, haha, hee hee hee, I don't want to go back to work. Like, nah. No, like, I literally was gonna call out because I felt so overwhelmed. And then I had like this crazy anxiety attack, and yeah, it was just not great. Sorry, coming back to what I was saying before, it was starting to impact my relationships, where I was always questioning if my boyfriend liked me. I'm also queer. I love the ladies. And so my sexuality, which I am fortunate enough to be, or to have been very, very, very certain enough from a young age, I was starting to question. And my worth, I was starting to question. And I was just not being kind to myself at all. It was really difficult for me to wake up and do yoga. Even just a couple stretches in yoga is something that I love. Even contortion or dancing, the things that I have loved for years, the things that have kept me sane for as long as, you know, I've been dealing with mental health issues, I wasn't even able to do those things anymore. And so that's when I knew that I had to get help. Because to be honest, I didn't know if I had much longer going on the way that I was going, because I just wasn't taking care of myself anymore. And I reached out to a therapist. I found one that is actually Jamaican, and she has been working with me since August. And pretty much right off the bat, she recommended that I go see a psychiatrist. I wasn't able to get an appointment with a psychiatrist for a month out. And then I waited another month to start taking the medication. And now here we are. We're finally like actually making progress. And I'm really, really excited. So if this video helps anyone in any way feel a little bit less alone, a little bit less strange or broken, I am content with that, because I know that when going through this process, there was just always this voice in my head telling me that I am broken and less of a human because of my illnesses. And it's not true. I am more than enough. You are more than enough. And just some things happen. You're not always going to be, you know, the happy, perky, healthy little child that you were. Some people get diabetes and some of us are mentally ill. It's fine, you know? We work through these things and we are taking steps for a better, happier, successful life where we can feel excited to exist every day. I'm excited that maybe you clicking on this video means that you're thinking about taking that first step because you've realized that something's wrong. And maybe you don't need medication. Maybe you just need therapy. Maybe you just need someone to talk to. We all need someone to talk to. But if you guys have any questions at all, leave me, you know, a comment. I will respond. And again, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. If you want to see my face again, I don't know why you'd want to, but if you do. And I'm on social media, so you can hit me up there, but let me know what you want to see. Thank you so much again for clicking on this video, and stay safe and take care of yourself. Bye.